Hello, sports fans. I'm Marion Maneker, and this is the Artelligence preview of Sotheby's November sales. There's about $940 million worth of art on offer, and we're going to take you through the highlights right now. The first major lot, in fact the biggest lot of the season, is a $120 million Picasso from the Emily Fisher Landau collection. It comes from 1932, which is a pivotal year for Picasso. It was the moment when he was both competing with Matisse and had a major retrospective, but also his affair with Marie-Thérèse Walter was coming out in his painting. Before 1932, she appeared in coded ways in various works of art, but that year you could see her depicted dramatically in works like the one we see here, which Picasso owned until 1966, and he only sold it to legendary dealer Ernst Weiler, who sold it 2 years later to Fisher Landau. So the work has been in the same hands for quite a long time, and that explains the value. Other works that have sold for more than $100 million by Picasso are also from 1932 and depict Walter. So all of those things combined to make it the top lot of the season. There's a Basquiat self-portrait from 1982, painted when he was in Los Angeles. This work and another were owned by Belgian collector Stefan Janssen. Janssen sold the other work, Versus Medici, here at Sotheby's a few years ago for $50 million. This work is only estimated at $40 million, and the two share both an orientation and a focus on a single figure. So there's a good chance that both works will reach somehow the same level. Jasper Johns first saw the American flag in a dream and began to use it in his work in the 1950s. It became one of his most important motifs, and he worked with the idea for a number of years after that, including up until the 1980s when this work was painted. Emily Fisher Landau bought it from Leo Castelli shortly after it was painted and has been in her collection ever since. The estimate on it is $35 million. Securing the Last Letter, Boss, comes to market as the artist Ed Ruscha is being celebrated at MoMA with a career retrospective. The market began to value the works from the 60s at a dramatic price about 9 years ago when Smash sold for $30 million. Then about 5 years ago, Hurting the Word Radio #2 sold for an amazing $52 million. That makes the $35 million that Securing the Last Letter is estimated at seem, well, I almost don't want to say it, but cheap. Japanese collector Hikanobu Issei is selling some of his art to fund a foundation in Asia. One of the works he's selling is a rare Monet poplar work. Last year in the Anne Bass collection, her more brightly colored poplar sold for about $36 million with fees. Sotheby's has estimated this one at $30 million, which puts it pretty much in the same ballpark. One of the highlights of the Paris Plu Art Fair was the Mark Rothko retrospective. In that retrospective, you can see the works from the Seagram Commission installed in a room together. They normally live at the Tate Museum in London. There are about 30 different works in the whole cycle. Emily Fisher Landau owned one of the paintings that acts as a sketch for the Seagram's murals, and it's valued here at $30 million. Compotier et Guitare is the other 1932 work by Picasso in the sale. This work, which has references to Marie-Thérèse Walter as well, was painted in 1932 as part of the preparations for the retrospective that Picasso held at a gallery in Paris. It's one of the last paintings where Marie-Thérèse Walter appears in code. It's estimated at $25 million. The market for Gerhard Richter's large abstract paintings has been at a substantial level for the past 15 years. The top price was achieved at auction of $46 million in 2015 for an exceptionally large abstract by Richter. Since then, a few of the major paintings have retraded, but at prices pretty much consistent with where they were selling a decade ago. This work, which is quite large, is estimated at $25 million. Like the market for large Richter abstracts, the market for Twombly blackboard paintings peaked about 10 years ago when a work sold for $70 million. The year before, another sold for just about the same price. Since then, other smaller works have traded at lower valuations around $40 million. This work, which has slightly different mark making than those other works and is of a decent size, is estimated at $20 million. One of the revelations of the Joan Mitchell retrospective that toured the United States and ended up in Paris was the power and strength of her late work. One of the paintings in that show was owned by dealer John Heim. John Heim both represented the Mitchell estate and was a friend of the artist. This painting was a gift that she gave to him before she died. It's now being valued at $20 million, which is a record price for the artist. All right, that's going to do it for this preview. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It really helps a lot. And of course, subscribe to artelligence.substack.com, where we'll keep you informed in greater depth about the art market and the sales as they happen over the next 2 weeks. Goodbye.